What's good in the neighborhood, my friends? My name is Rabbit. I am up for an exciting and very nice promotion at work. And welcome to episode 106 of our 100% item guide and walkthrough for Legend of Legaia. In our previous episode, we began weaving our way through the newly accessed part of Jet's Fortress. And as we found ourselves standing before the final mist generator to be taken out, Cort made his appearance as technically the last of all of the Conquerum folk that we've had to kill over the course of our journey and through the game. What is a bit daunting about this is that we are aware that Cort is Noah's last relative, really. I mean, her parents are still alive, but we saw the state that they were in Conquerum. So this is absolutely a family affair that is probably not going to end well, but we'll just have to sort of see what goes down. So as for a recap of what you can expect for the fight itself and not everything sort of going into it, Cort has 50,000 HP, so he does have more than what we face with Jet, and it also is important to note that he's going to do more damage than Jet did. But hopefully you should have at least gained one level from fighting Jet or in the span of time between that fight and this one, so hopefully you're a little bit better prepared than, when you took on the confrontation with Jet himself. And with all of that being said, as for the attacks, I don't want to go into all the details because he does deal a variety of things, but I will say that everything Cort will dish out to you can pack quite a wallop and deal anywhere from 1,000 to like almost 2,000 damage. So we'll just take it one attack and one round at a time, but I do want to let you know that I think since he does generate a shield, which you will probably see. Yep, here he goes, starting off with this already. So actually, that's a nice segue. So he has this shield called Mystic Shield, which is fucking annoying to deal with. I'm not going to lie to you. However, what's really important to note is that when the shield breaks, his attack does so much. So that is the one where I was telling you it can do almost 2,000 damage if you guys are not ready to go. So what I like to do with this fight, because I'm sure you're wondering, well then Rabbit, how are we going to tackle this? You said he has a lot more HP than Jet. He does a lot more damage than Jet. What sort of is your strategy? You guys have waited for it, and I've had people even asking me ever since I did the discussion arts video. Oh God, I don't even know how many episodes ago, but it was quite a ways in the back regarding the story at least. We are going to rely on some miracle arts because I think they are highly effective, and it's about time that we took a look at them anyway. This is the last of the mist generators, so we should try to take it out with style, wouldn't you say? Gala has a little bit before he has 100 AP, so I will wait for you guys to see his. But let's go ahead and check out Vaughn's. So we are going to... Alright, this should be it. Rasaru low arms, high Rasaru low arms. I'm hoping that I'm getting this right. Oh no, you've got a little bit also. So we'll wait on the last two in our party. I just want them to be fully capped out. Although if Cort damages either one of them. And Vaughn can get through because I went ahead and gave him that unholy icon. So in retrospect, it might have been a good idea for me to put one on Noah as well. Maybe in exchange for Manea's ring. But there you go. Vaughn just fucked him up. That shield meant nothing. So here's another one of his spells, Guilty Cross. I would say this is probably the weakest of what he's going to dish out. But as you can see, even while spiriting 500 damage, so you can only imagine what that would have looked like without me being in a defensive stance that round. So yeah, Cort can be a bit of a douchebag, but I feel confident in our ability to tackle it. So Noah, I'm wary. I don't know. Well, let's just try it and see. Alright, that should be good for her. And Gala, you are at 100%, so... let's try out his. I very much like the miracle art, so now that I have everything queued, I feel like I can focus on sort of talking to you a little bit about why I waited until we're like 44 hours into the game, 43 hours into the game. We're close to 45 hours, let's just say. And I haven't used these at all. And I know I did mention them briefly that there was another tier. Oh, yeah. She's not ready. She did not have that 100% going down. But that's okay. But at least... Gala. This is not what I wanted from you either. I guess we'll need to wait until we can actually deal the damage to see this. But that's fine. His shield is going to fuck with us a wee bit. But I really like the miracle arts, and I think they are highly effective. The only reason why I've opted to wait as long as I did was for the pure sake of not accessing them immediately. I feel like for some people, as soon as you have all of the, what should we say, length of the little bar down at the bottom, they immediately start using the miracle arts. And I don't think the game is so challenging that you need to rely on the same attacks and spells or what have you over and over again. So I don't know. I like to, yeah, no, we're going to have to spirit you again to get your bar back up. I just personally like to have as much variety in the fights as possible because I do think that they can feel a little stagnant after a while. So I had a friend I remember, and she always had queued the exact same spells, or I shouldn't call them spells, the exact same sequences for attacks. So all you ever saw was Super Tempest after Super Tempest after Super Tempest. And that's why I also liked using the autos a little bit. I mean, they're not always the most effective, but they switch things up so that you can see a variety of the attacks. I don't know if this is going to work if he's blocking everything, but we'll try it again. I think I queued it properly. I think this should be it. If we're still struggling to see it, it's either due to the fact that he is guarding everything and we're not able to get damage off without an unholy icon or something to penetrate that defense, or I keyed in something wrong, and we'll have to see it later. But either way you slice it, we are going to start using the miracle arts from this fight forward. So you can count on that. Oh, there we go. I must have just punched it in wrong, maybe. Or, oh, for Noah, it was that she didn't have 99 AP. What did she have, 95, I think? I risked it. You know, there's always a chance that you're going to amass some damage that'll put you over the edge and you'll be able to get that AP bar where you need it. Yes, I know, Cort. You're mad, you're salty. We're gonna fuck him up, guys. With our miracle arts in tow, he truly doesn't stand a chance. So this time, I'm just gonna have Von Otto. I'm gonna have Noah do the healing. And if we're lucky, Gala should be able to. Let me try this again. Okay, I think this is it. I think that's what I keyed in last time, and I believe Gala did have all of his AP. I never know, you guys. I feel like the game trolls me so hard that it is incredibly difficult to say sometimes why things don't happen the way I want them to. But as soon as we can get Gala's going, then I will further explain. Yeah, Cort. What? You thought you were safe? You thought it was all good? Yeah, obviously that doesn't do nearly as much as the 4K damage we got off from Von's Craze. Gala, come on. Why is he doing a super art? I might have Gala's keyed in improperly, but uh-oh. Here's Mystic Circle. This one can also pack quite a punch. Woo, but we made it through, and that's what matters to me. So, fuck you, Gala. I have no idea what your problem is. And why you're being the only one not letting me see your amazing spells. I think if I'm gonna have... Maybe I should have Gala do the healing. No, it'll be okay. We will have Von do it. And then I think for Noah... I'm going to Spirit. And maybe for Gala, we'll just auto attack again. I want to make sure I'm getting some damage off each turn, each round. I think that's going to be the best way to tackle it. And I will be sure to look up whatever Gala's stupid miracle art is later. You guys know me, one take around here. If I don't have it right, I tried it twice and it was not feeling me. But that's okay. I don't think we need it to take out Cort. He's a puss anyway. I mean, I think our levels are so set that this isn't anything that's causing me as much trouble as I honestly was anticipating. So I didn't mean to scare you in the beginning when I was saying, like, oh my god, everything he does deals so much damage. Because as you can see, that is accurate. I mean, 1,000 damage with one fucking attack. That's crazy. And highly obnoxious. But it's just sort of the reality of where we're at right now. So, oh, Vaughn. I should have had him Spirit. But that's okay. We'll keep Noah's arc. Isn't that so funny? For a spell name. And yeah, Gala, you're being a dick and you're not learning your shit, which is pissing me off. But I guess that's just how it goes. But honestly, I think, you know, if you've been following along with me and your levels are comparable to mine, we're not looking at this being a fight that you should die in. I still think that the Berserker confrontation is more of a pain in the ass than Cort. I think the only difference with Cort is that if you're unprepared when you initially come into this fight, so you don't think he's going to do that much damage, like how could you really know that each spell is going to do about 1,000 HP or more? Like there's no way for you to really know that until you get into the fight itself. Or, you know, you start out like me and you do a lot of spiriting just so you're kind of ready to go. But there's no way, I think, to really prepare other than to face off against him yourself. And that can be pretty scary at times. You know what I'm going to do? Vaughn, I'm going to have you Spirit. I'm going to have Noah Spirit. And let's see if we can fucking do this one more time. Maybe I am entering it wrong. I have no idea. But let's try this again. I probably did enter it wrong. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. Maybe it's this one. I might have accidentally jotted down a super art after all, like just a sequence into a super art. I don't know why I would have done that, but it's possible. I think this one might be it. Except, oh, did Gala not have... Guys, I'm trying so hard to get him to show you what he's got. Gala, I need you to fucking cooperate and stop being a sack of ass. Because as soon as we see yours, you already know. We will have Von Goo. Noah will heal. And okay. Gala, you are breaking my balls here. Well, Vaughn does so much damage that this is probably the best route for us to take either way. Let's see. 4K? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cort, it's looking bad for you, my friend. So as we just have the rest of this fight kind of unfolding, you've seen pretty much everything he has to offer. Like I had noted initially, he's got Guilty Cross, which does about 1,000, Mystic Circle, which does over 1,000 if you're not spiriting, and he just is a little prick, period. Everything he does will piss you off and will be annoying as fuck. Yes. Take it out on Vaughn. It's okay. Yeah, look at that, you guys. What ass hattery, am I right? Even still, I can only imagine the pain Noah is experiencing being forced to face off against her brother like this. It's gotta fucking suck. Okay, I think Vaughn is okay as he stands. I would ideally like Noah to do her miracle art, but what is going on? Let's try this one more time. Because you're at 100 AP, Gala, so there should be nothing standing in your way. Let's see. And let's do that. Guys, if this isn't it, I'm at a loss. Right before we part ways, he'll do it. And stop being camera shy. There we go, Gala. Thank you. We can't have it be a true fight and face off against the past without all of our miracle arts. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I must have just been using his super art for the first 2 attempts. And then I'm thinking the 3rd attempt, the reason it didn't work out, I'm not sure if I had checked and he had 100 AP or 99 AP. I mean, might as well just cap it at 100. I don't think I've ever, in any of my playthroughs, gotten the AP to cap out right at 100. Oh my God, it's so close. It is so close. I'm just going to heal up. Noah, you're not ready. I'm going to spirit for her. And whatever, we'll just have Gala auto attack just to see if we can get a little bit of chip damage off. In retrospect, I will say, you know, all the miracle arts aside, who cares? We got to see them. You saw how much damage they do. So you can absolutely rely on those to get you through most of the rounds because they do such a considerable amount of damage. They're the best arts you're going to access to, hence why they're called miracle arts, and hence why you can't even utilize them until you have the full bar or the full gauge at the bottom, as well as a fully maxed out AP gauge with the 99 or 100. However you want to look at it and assess it. So miracle arts are great. I again still would discourage you from relying on them too early on because I think it makes fights a little too easy. But, you know, if you're doing like a speed run, then oh yeah, I totally get it. And I also would recommend, so yep, there we go, Byron Rage. So you've seen all of them, Vaughn's Craze, Noah's Ark, and Byron Rage. I think Noah's Ark is absolutely the most clever out of all of them. But I think if you're doing a speed run or, I don't know, there's a fight that's just taking too long and you're not getting anything out of it, then you can use the miracle arts. But I would say we've made it through, the majority of the game without them. So that's honestly, I guess, bringing this full conversation back around. That's why I like to wait until around this point in the game to even use it. For me, I've always tended to prefer to whip them out when it's time to tackle Cort. And yeah, he is so fucked. So fucked. He doesn't have his shield, and we're dealing like 4,000 damage each time we get our miracle arts off. So it's going to make the remainder of this fight pretty simple. But I think that's it for a description of the fight itself. You guys have had my verbal advice as well as just witnessing for yourselves. Oh, Gala, you're so close. What I might do, though, is still go ahead and just heal up the party. You haven't had a chance to summon Spoon yet. And we'll see if everyone else will be ready to maybe... Vaughn is not going to be ready to use his miracle art again to get us through this. But as for what I stated in our intro, I'm sure I've already made a post on Facebook and or Twitter by the time you guys are seeing this episode, since I kind of roll them out one at a time and I record these in little batches in advance or ahead of time. But either way, I do have a promotion that I'm up for. I've actually gone through 2 interviews for it already, and I have interview number 3 this upcoming week, so in a couple of days. I am a little nervous, not going to lie, and usually I don't get nervous about interviews or about talking about who I am. Really, she is so close. But I don't know. We'll see if we can get it off. He might damage us beforehand. Oh, no, he won't. Shit, Noah. So close, girl. That's okay, whatever. I think Gala will be able to get the rest of that damage off as we need it and want it. But I usually don't get nervous when it comes to interviews or changes at work. But the fact that I've already had to go through 2 fucking interviews for this fucking promotion, and then now I have to do a 3rd one. It just makes me anxious. I'm up against quite a few heavy hitters for the position. So as you guys are aware right now, I have transitioned into working for a very small social work agency. I know I talked to you about how much I love my boss and how much I love this environment. I am split between doing a lot of our stats and data collection, so basically the research role, as well as serving on the forefront, and I do a lot with, oh, is he dead? Are you fucked? Oh, not yet, but he's getting close. As well as serving on the forefront of a lot of our social work initiatives themselves. Okay, we're going out in style. We'll have Vaughn heal us, and then Noah will definitely be ready to issue her miracle arts and fuck Cort up rather hard. But I heard recently, so I've been doing this position now for about 7 months. I heard that there was a position, so since we get a lot of funding through grants or through local government agencies that have like a pool of money towards certain advocacy groups or advocacy opportunities, there are just a lot of things here, especially since there is a lot of, oh, what is he doing? Evil Seru magic. Stop it. I have to ask you to stop. Oh, no. This asshole. Knock it off. Cort, why? Oh, my God. Oh, no. It's Jug. I am not feeling this. Oh, this is looking bad, you guys. This is looking fucking bad. Well, it was nice knowing all of you. I love how our teammates were all just like huddled up also, just waiting for it. But that's okay. It was actually nothing. It just looks scarier than it is. But isn't that a hell of a spell? Cort is, oh, really? Oh, that fucking blows. Well, Noah's gonna kill him. And if not, then he will die for sure in the next round. So anyway, as I was starting to say, so I've been doing like the whole social work / research role for about 7 months, and I was made aware of a position that is opening up that would take me a little bit out of my current agency, but I would still be involved, and it would be more focused on the specific role of providing care and information for pediatric advocacy and pediatric disabilities and therapy. So it's kind of hard to describe, I guess, in a succinct way, but basically it's just like a standard care coordinator role that you would see for different government agencies that oversee disability rights or disability advocacy, but mine would be, I guess my specialization or my focus would be for pediatrics, so 18 and under. But I think the majority of the work that I'd be doing would be more for like 14 years and under, maybe like 12 and under, but 18 and under is kind of the range that would be there for me. And I'm going to have Gala go again, and then we'll heal up on the next round. If Cort survives this, then I don't even fucking know. This dude should almost be dead. We've been dealing pretty much huge wallops of damage for most of the rounds. We had a couple dud rounds with Gala where I was keying in the wrong shit, or for Noah when I didn't have all of the AP we needed, but I can't believe he's still hanging on for dear life. But hopefully by watching this fight, you guys feel a little bit more confident about tackling it yourself, because although it can be scary, if you have spoons ready to go, I mean, as you saw, we've gotten in the yellow quite a few times because he just does a fuck ton of damage. There's nothing more to it other than that. Oh, guys, isn't that so sweet? It's the only time you will hear Noah say her brother. Oh gosh, she said Oni-chan. I just always thought that was so beautiful, so sweet, yet so sad. And the expression on her face, like we've never seen her take that stance before, and we never will again. Just a very emotional fight, like we sort of predicted and talked about as we were kickstarting the boss fight itself. But this video has gone on for way too long because Cort was being a D-bag, and I took a little bit too long to get Byron Rage going. So we will part ways here, but when we come back together in episode 107, we will see like what's going to happen from this. Will we be able to save Cort? Is he just going to insist on being a piece of shit and be salty because he lost to his little sister. I understand the pain, Cort. It's never good to lose to a younger sibling, but it is what it is, and we will just find out what unfolds in our upcoming episode. So thank you very much for watching, everyone.